to improve your SwiftUI skills with iOS 17? In this video, we're diving deep into SwiftData relationships, where you will learn how to build smarter, more efficient apps. By the end, you will have an app that lets users check out library books while tracking the relationship of borrowed items. As you can see on the screen, I can check out any book. If I go to, you'll see that Yahuwah's book, Yahuwah's Bible has been checked out. I can check out another book, The Great Gatsby, and also To Kill a Mockingbird. And then if I navigate tab view item, you can see that I've checked out 3 books. And if I want to return the books, I just click on the return button. So I'll return 2 books, Yahuwah's Bible and To Kill a Mockingbird. Return back to the checked out view. As you can see, those 2 books have been returned to the library. So this is the application that we're creating in this tutorial. In this tutorial, we will create the library view model to enable the books to be inserted into SwiftData, returned and booked out. So the first thing we need to do is to create a new Swift file. Name the Swift file library view model. Import SwiftData. Import SwiftUI. At observable. Class library view model. We also need to import observation, at main actor, function insert, predefined, books if needed, model context, model context. So the purpose of using at main actor is because we want the code to run on the main thread, which is the GUI thread of the application. So now we need to supply our books that will come from an array. So we need to create an array, predefined, books, a book has a title, and an author. It also has an image. And in the end, all of this information will be persisted to SwiftData. Just create another book to add to the array. Include the author's name, Jane Austen. Image name, to call it book 2. Add the third book. Book 3. And now we just add the final book. And the author, Daniel W. Merrick. For the book image, we just called it book 4. The next thing we need to do is to loop through each element in our books array. And then we need to save the image file. So to save the image file, we need to create a new function called save image to file, which will then save the image to the document directory. So after line 29, enter the following. Func, save image to file, named image name, which is a string, and returns an optional guard let image equals UI image. Line 31, that should be a lowercase I for image name. Image name else return nil. So on line 33, what we're doing there, if an image does not exist, we just return nil if it's not a valid image. Since the image is valid, this is the next line to be executed. Image data equals image dot JPG data, JPEG data, compression 0.8. So what that does, it converts the image to the JPEG image. Let file name UUID string dot JPEG. On that line, it creates a unique file name that includes the UUID, which is a auto-generated ID. Another function we need to create is to get the document directory. Func get documents directory, return the URL, which is the location of the document directory, return file manager dot default URLs for document directory in .user domain mask. .first. Now we need to return back to line 35. And type the following: let file path equals get document directory dot append path component, file name. If let data equals image data, try data write to file path. So if the image data is valid, then we need to try to write the image to the file. Return file path dot path. Return now. Next thing we need to do is to return to lines 26. Let image path equals save image to file, and this is the image we want to save to the file that is coming from our array. Let new book equals book So this will include or retrieve the information from our array, which is book data title book data author image path, then we pass in image path. So on line 28, we're passing all those attributes to the book initializer, and then we create a new instance of the book, and then we need to add the book to core data using the model context. So now the book will be stored within core data using insert. But to save those changes to the context, we need to type in model context dot save. We also need other methods such as checkout to enable the user to check out a book, function checkout book, book, model context, model context. So that model context, we cannot manipulate the database, such as insert, save, or delete from SwiftData. Let new checked out book equals checked out book. So we need the last overload, which is the third one, and that should be book, book image path, and then image path. Model context dot insert new checked out book. So the purpose of that line is to insert the checked out book and save the checked out book that the user wants to check out into the checked out entity database table. So now we will save the changes to the context. And we need to do something similar for return books. Func return book. Checked out book. Checked out books, which is an array of checked out books. Which will return true or false if the book is checked out or not. Return checked out books dot contain $0 dot books dot id is equal to book dot id. So it does a search and comparison. If the books.id is equal to the checked out books.id, that means the book has been checked out. If not, that means the book is available to be checked out. Yeah, there's a mistake on line 60 that I made. So the function name shouldn't be called return book, it should be called is book checked out. And the parameter checked out books should just be checked out books, so there shouldn't be an S at the end. And we're also missing another parameter for this function, which should be book. And then checked out book should be lowercase c, and we should have an S at the end on this one. So the function is book checked out should look like this. The next function we need to implement is return book at main actor function return book checked out book checked out book model context model context model context dot delete checked out book. So we remove the checked out book from SwiftData, but to persist that change we need to use model context dot save to save the changes that the book has been deleted from the database. The checked out book, that is. It should be checked out book. And then the final function we need to create is called load image. And the purpose of this function is to retrieve the book image from the documents directory that relates to the row within SwiftData of the library book. Because these images are not stored in SwiftData, it's better to store it outside the database for better performance. start, let path equals path, else return nil. Let image URL equals URL. File URL with path. Let image data equals try data. Contents of image URL. If let data equals to image data, return UI image data. Else return nil for the image. Now just compile it, just to see if everything's correct. In next week's tutorial, we'll implement the book list view that will display the list of books that are available to be checked out. Thank you for joining us. If you found this tutorial helpful, please comment, like and subscribe. See you next week.